Trying to get it to focus on me, but like, I mean, it is focused, but we might have to shut a curtain a bit. I think it's too sunny and it's reflecting off my ghostly complexion and it's making me look like a light bulb. Like, look at that. Oh. Maybe I think camera's just not built for wide. Why do I look shiny? I will shut the curtain and see if that makes any difference. Shall we see? Shall we see? We will just deal with it and we'll just film like this. So, to be honest, I have no actual video idea, so I don't actually know what I'm wanting to paint or what I'm wanting to do. I've got like stuff cluttered all around me. Because I've been trying like a few different things. Oh, I've just saw. Ooh, if I can stretch and reach it. I feel I've got this to try. I haven't tried this yet, have I? Might try this then. I was gonna do another if I can speak, Studio Ghibli painting. I was going to do like another little scene or something because I did like the little garden scene from Howl's Moving Castle, but I might try this out. I might still paint something Studio Ghibli related, but paint on this, or you guessed it, koi fish, because I always paint koi fish. But yeah, sorry that the intro's so weird. I just generally don't know what to paint. I'm really thirsty for some reason. I've drank loads of water before this. I've got my little seahorse earrings in as well. They're a gift from friend. And I've also got, just to keep the match, Friday the 13th top on. I'm still in pyjama bottoms though. I've literally just changed my top. But it is what it is. And it doesn't matter what we wear because you don't see the bottom half of the video anyway. We'll be back when I've thought of what to paint and when I've set up the area. On a quick little note, guys, I did set up a Redbubble under SirenuEveArt and I did put a few little bits on. I obviously don't expect anything from it. I was just like, oh, I didn't realise you could put like digital art pieces on it, so I did that. And I put like a few little things, and I find it so cute that like in that it shows like the items it could be on like an iPhone. Because I did a few backgroundy pieces, like these, like this and these are like off like ages ago. Like I did these like cutesy things like probably like a year or two ago. But yeah, and it like shows you things it can go on, and I was like, that is so cute. Like it could be a little sticker, and I'm like, oh, I know I shouldn't get over the top, but so I was like, oh my god. So I do have a Redbubble, guys, if you want to check that out. I have been trying to do different things in terms of like for it. Obviously I don't really expect any form of like income or anything like that. I just kind of did it for like a little bit of fun and a little bit of experimentation. So basically I do have like a Pexels account, and like it's really good for like royalty free images, and they're actually like things that I took in Chicago when I went for my 18th birthday, and that was a few years back. But yeah, like, oh no, that's not what I wanted to click. That's not what I wanted to click. Just because you can get some really good images off it. Sorry if I keep changing from what angle, because I'm trying to see my the screen and that, but you can get some like lovely images from it. But I don't know whether that's what I feel like painting. I'm gonna search for sunflowers. Not Sunday sunflowers. So that's what I've been really in the mood to paint. I've been in the mood to paint. I took a few photos of like some butterflies recently that came in the like that I've seen in the garden. I also have other social medias. Obviously, I have like maybe that one. I have and like you can see who like uploaded it and that, and how many likes it's getting and stuff, and you can download them as well for free. So yeah, it's definitely a good website if you want some like royalty free images to use to do paintings. Do you know what, we'll just pick this, we'll do that. We'll do this one, but I'll show you the image what I was talking about from Studio. So this was the Studio Ghibli image I was talking about, and I can't remember what Studio Ghibli was from more, but I was going to paint that was what I was thinking. But no, we'll go with this one. Yeah, I've also got like a little TikTok. I don't upload much to TikTok because I'm like, I never know what types of things to do, but I have uploaded things before, and I've also uploaded like, they were me digital art pieces that I was talking about that I've done in that, and they were done quite like a while back, like Instagram guys, so feel free to follow on that. I do upload all my things that I do. I even try and make reels. Reels thing still confuses me. I don't actually know fully how to do it, but, and obviously I upload pieces that I don't actually make videos on, like I've never made a video on them, or like when I paint Little Haku. Obviously I do some sketches now and then. I also did Vampirella, like my version of her, as a digital art piece. So yeah, and then I was like, I put this using the Maya, obviously going to be testing this one out as well, the Cardi papers. I don't actually know how to pronounce this. I know I always mispronounce everything and it's really rude of me, but I just generally don't know what to paint. So we will try and see how. So I'm just going to start with, I think, a simple sketch. So that's what if it doesn't drip, the pen's looking like at the moment. So far I've used the Graduate Dale and Roney 10/1, Professional 1 for Winsor and Newton, and then Professional 2 for Winsor and Newton. They're pretty much the only two I've used so far, except for in the beginning when I did the background, which was 1 inch for the Graduate Dale and Roney for the background. These are pointed, they're not, none of them are rounded or anything. But that is where we're up to at the moment. Obviously it's not looking very realistic at the moment, but we'll get there. Because I don't know whether to leave it how it is with the gouache and now go in with Faber-Castell polychromos and use some pencils to do the shading part, because sometimes I feel like that works a little bit better when you're doing like a painting. I feel like pencils sometimes add a little bit to it. Don't know though, we will see once I've decided, but I am going to let this dry for a bit, so I'm going to have 5 minutes just rest and then let this pretty much dry to the point where I can like actually do something on top of it. I think I'm losing my voice a little bit as well. I changed to water, but I don't know what, didn't know what's going on. Also I took the clip off because it kept annoying us because my hair's like really heavy and thick, so it was like pushing me clip down, so I was just like, oh well, you can just go on a little ponytail because I need it on my face. So yes, I'll see you when I next see you. I'm back, guys. So basically it's the next day from when I filmed the first part of this video. I have curls everywhere and I don't know what to do about it. Look at that. Anyway, so yeah, it's the next day. I'm in some comfy clothes. I've just got back from work. And I was like really tired. And it's just been a really hectic day and busy, but I was like, no, do the video now and try and finish the painting now, because I was like, I could do some tomorrow, but I can't because I'm doing a doozy. My shift tomorrow, I'm 8 till 8:30, so gross. So I'll be doing that, so I won't have time to paint because it'll be dark and I'll like rely on the natural light. So this is what we were at the current moment in time in painting. I'm gonna add some like veins to the leaves quickly, and then I'm gonna just try and see if because I brought my pencils, I'm gonna see if I can do the rest in the polychromos Faber-Castell and see if we can add some depth to it, because it's looking all right. Like it looks better in person and like you can tell it's a sunflower, but it like needs a bit more. Do you know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean? So we'll do that. So back to the view of the painting. So I want to do few more veins, I think, on the plants. On the plant, my god, the sunflower is the plant, Eve. On the leaves. I don't know whether I can just use this. If we dip into a bit of, just brings it to a bit more realistic colour. I think when you have like greens and if they're really bright, when you add like a bit of like a red to it, it kind of brings it, I think, or like a blue, it brings it to a bit more of a realistic. I've left my iPod upstairs that had my reference photo, so we're just gonna go. I'm also, can you see how much my hands shake? It's because I haven't eaten yet, because I usually eat when I come in from work, because I usually get, when I'm at work, I get quite shaky hands. I did, and I've literally just lent my arm straight in it. Such a dafty. Sorry guys if you see me leaning in it, but I really struggle to see when the light outside like reflects onto the painting. You know the drill, guys, so if you just see me fat ass nose, just try and ignore it. It is pretty big, so you might not be able to ignore it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Has anyone else seen them TikToks where it's like, it's mental illness, innit? I'm just rambling, I'll shut up now. I just kind of wanted the middle part of the sunflower to have a bit of like a speckle. So we finally finished it. It cut out a little bit on the end part, but that is pretty much the finished. So I did go in and do a bit more shading on the petals. I don't know if it'll focus. So basically to do it, so I really went over the leaves as well. So they were all the colours that I used to do the shading. So the colours were, so first of all I went in with the dark cadmium yellow, which is 108, and the polychromos, which is a 3-star light fast, went around the edges. And then I went in with this lighter orange sage colour shade, sorry, and that's dark chrome yellow, which is 109, so it's the one up from this, which is also 3-star light fast. So I used those two, and I did that to do the inner corners. And then once I was a bit happy with that, I went in with this brown, which is in Bistra, oh my god, the pronunciations, just, you understand me guys, I struggle with pronouncing things properly. This is number 179. It's a 2-star light fast. It's like a light brown, like almost like a pale, like a deep blonde. Did that to add a bit to the shading. And then I used these two next ones in red 190, which is 3-star light fast, and a red violet 194, 3-star light fast. And I used them three to try and tone it a bit. And then this is more like a maroon, and I try to do that to add a bit more into the certain petals where they like overlap a little bit. And then right last minute I went back in with that and did that out bit. The bit where I shaded with this, unfortunately the camera, I forgot, didn't realise I wasn't recording, so it cut off when I was using this one, so you'll just see the others, unfortunately. And then when at the last moment I went back in with that, did the outside to make like the tips of the petals a bit brighter. So that was all I used for the Faber-Castell. And yeah, the paintbrushes I actually only used 4 paintbrushes. So I used, for some finer detail, I used the 10 Graduate Dale & Roney spotter brush, and then I used Winsor & Newton Professional Watercolours were the other ones that I used, which was in number 1 and 2, and they're round. And then finally I used the Pro Art in number 3, which is Pro Art England, for the finer details such as the veins of the leaves. If you managed to not get bored and stayed through this whole video, I did end up repainting the leaves and then doing the vines, because I ended up making the vines a bit too the veins, sorry, of the leaf a little bit too thick, and the colour was a bit too bright green when really it needed to be a bit more duller and a little bit more saturated. So that's how it is, little signature at the bottom, and that is how it has turned out. So pretty impressed. I mean, first time I've ever really painted plants, so better than nothing. It gives me a little bit of like reminds me a little bit of Van Gogh's sunflowers, because I always wanted to paint Starry Night and the sunflowers that he did, because I had like an idea of making bookmarks, but that was that. And obviously, as you can see, there's no buckling on the paper and that, because I'm using the Cardi papers, the 100% cotton, 100% Indian cotton, I think it is, South India recycled cotton. So obviously they've got more of a rough edge round, and I think it just adds to the character, so I did that. But yeah, really impressed with it. Obviously I'm always impressed with polychromos. I always like my Faber-Castell polychromos. So hopefully I'll have this edited and uploaded tonight. Might not be tonight, but because time is dwindling, and I've got work tomorrow early in the morning, because like I said, I'm doing a doozy 8 AM till 8:30 on the night. So a nice 13-hour shift. Gross. No. But we got to make a living. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with it. I love sunflowers, they're like my favourite flower, so yeah. But I love it. I never like really know how to explain books or like how to give in detail. But obviously, as you can see, that's the opposite side of it, and there's only markings where I've dug in with the pencils. So in reality, the painting that doesn't make a buckle or anything. I didn't have any clips down to keep it straight, it just stayed how it was. But using like 100% cotton anyway is always really good. It always seems to be really easy to use and doesn't buckle as much. And that's all I really have to say. I did get some of the blue on the opposite page though, so we'll have to do maybe a skyscape on that one since it's being blue. But I might try and make this a bit of a series as well where we paint in this, but we shall see. I'll obviously add in little snippets like of an actual just footage of just the painting. But yeah guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Hopefully it was a bit entertaining and there was a little bit more into it. Sorry I look obviously dead. Look how I'm like, literally look how oily I get. I like glisten. I'm not even warm, I'm cold, but I'm just an oily person. I'm like a fish. But yeah, so that's that painting done. Hopefully the video won't be too long. Try to add a few little other bits in. But yeah, it was just using the Maya gouache. That was the end result of that plate. I use a plate for my paints. I don't actually have like a palette or anything like to mix colours and stuff like that. So it's like a one plate that I keep and I just destroy every time with my paintings. That's pretty much it guys. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It turned out much better than I thought it would. I actually really like it. I think it's just because it's a sunflower and I love sunflowers. Because like how could they not make you happy? Like I think like instantly when you see sunflowers, it's like, oh, so nice because it's so bright and it's like in yellow and I'm like, oh my god, happy, happy, happy. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. And feel free to subscribe as well. I really appreciate it. And feel free to comment down below whatever your favourite flowers are, what you like doing, what you like painting the most, what medias like to paint in. I'm up for any comments and obviously any future videos you'd like to see. And obviously feel free, I'll link them down below to follow me on any of my socials. I have at the moment Redbubble, Rumble, TikTok and Instagram. I do technically have an Etsy, but I don't actually have anything on there. I am potentially this week going to get prints made of some of my paintings, but we will see. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know whether I'm at a level where I could sell art, but we will see. Never say never. But anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.